What's up? Hello and good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. PC Monk here, and let's just jump into Bitcoin today. Let's see what's up. So, before further ado, I would like to add two things. All right, as like a general, excuse me, general opinion. Okay, so if we go first, there's two places we could go. Around 27K flat, we have around 800 Bitcoin to be filled as a short. Around 26K, we have, if I, let me just double check, sorry guys. Around 26K flat, we have around 500 Bitcoin to short, I'm sorry, to long. And it's actually moved a little bit higher to 26.4. So I think essentially if this area is the equilibrium, okay, we're gonna hold above it. Probably gonna hold here, maybe touch this, and then bounce back up. I gotta add, guys. There's some there's a there's around another 529, around 25.6. Okay, but I think they're gonna cancel that order and bring it up to 26K if the dump starts to happen, and we have to wait right now to see how the London's gonna react, and at least an hour to see how the London's gonna react. Sometimes London does not react at all, and every like the whole move goes into New York time. That could happen too, but we have to wait and see right now that if London wants to dump it and New York wants to pump it, what's up with the with the market, with the sentiment here. But we do have both sides. We have liquidity, both sides, and the reason for that is because, well, we made a new high after this, pump and dump. I'm sorry, this dump and pump. So we dumped here, we pumped here, we made a new high in this. I've talked about it, as you guys could see. And right here, I mean, this was not counted as a break of structure due to the rejection, but right here, well, the smart money concept tells us that we broke this structure, but then we came back down. We literally got rejected, and then it picked it back up. So the broke of structure was valid, but I gotta tell you guys, we are not in an uptrend. And as you guys can see, let me just remove the, yeah, okay. So as you guys can see right here on a smart money concept, we broke this structure again to the upside, but then got denied, and then we did not make any new break of structure. So when we are in an uptrend, you see BOS a lot, and it works like this. Let me just find an uptrend for you. All right, I think this is more visible in the lower time frame, so I've put it in 13 minutes. As you guys can see, every time we want to go up, we break in a structure, right? We broke a structure here, we went higher, we break to a structure. These are minors, right? But we did, and then we went higher. It's the same with the downside. If you keep breaking structure to the downside, that means you're in a downtrend. It's obvious. But what I want to say is we didn't do that anymore. We went into a consolidation. We went into what we call it a square, maybe. Let me just draw this square correctly. Is it even in here? It's been more than 3 years I've been trading, but I always forget these. So, the square could be something like this. All right. So the high is this premium, which is 26.8. The low is 26.2. So essentially, we are ranging between this, right? And we will determine if we want to go higher or lower by making a new low or making a new high. And whatever we do there will determine that. Now, right now, if you come here, um, this is a low, and this will be an equal low, right? And where is this low? Is 25.7. If we come lower, then we could say safely that we made a new low, because this low is higher than this low, right? But right now we have, allow me to, so I removed the arrows, and once again I hide the trend lines that I drew, because I want to talk about the candlesticks and smart money concept right now. Okay, So, and by the way, guys, I usually don't record on Saturday and Sunday. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. This time I didn't because there was really nothing to talk about. And before I continue to talk about this, I wanted to show you guys, I want to tell you guys that. Okay, so what I was saying is, right now, if you come lower, I cannot draw. Let me just change the chart. Hold on. All right, I think we could just, handle a Fibonacci, thing here. I could just remove it, but no. So like I said, guys, if we make a new low around this area, as you guys can see, we do have a huge fair value gap to be filled all the way to 25.2. All right. So even if we get here, which is essentially very close to 0.025, we could still, literally get it all back to the upside. That's still possible. All right. But what we have to keep in mind is how we drop. Is it a momentum drop? How we drop and where we hold? But my 2 cents is the golden pocket has to hold. And if the golden pocket doesn't hold, and keep in mind when we dropped to the golden pocket, we essentially made a new low from this low and from this low. So these lows are higher, right? If we break this and this, then this will give us a change in character. All right. And then we will come down and we'll have to see where we stop. If we stop here, then there's still hope because there's this low, right? But if we come down around here, then we have to be a little bit more careful about our longs because we could just consolidate here and then dump. Obviously, it could retrace back to the golden pocket from here. But like I said, let's just take it level by level. We have to be careful. Now, there's a couple of demand zones. As you guys could see, all these blues, you could call it discount zone or demand zone. Point is, guys, these zones, they sometimes, get filled, all of them. And this zone is what worries me, that we could dump all the way around here. This fair value gap could be valid or could not be valid. I always keep telling that, watch out, they might close their positions, but the fair value gap won't show that. Anyhow, we could come essentially close to this, fill half of it, all right, and then bounce back up. That's a possibility. So that depends. I think as lower we go, okay, as the chances of a retracement gets lower with it. With that being said, my 2 cents is to the golden pocket, which is 26.1, 150. Okay, that's where I think Bitcoin's going to come, and then from there it holds it a little bit, and then it pushes back higher. All right. Now, obviously, you have to always count for a little bit higher or a little bit lower. So essentially, from the golden pocket, which is 26.1 to 25.9, which is 0.5236 on the fib levels. So this area is where I have my, excuse me, I have my longs ready. If we hold here, if we don't hold here, then I probably will close it as we hit this one, right? Obviously, when we hit this one, we could come all the way down here. So I'll have to like reconsider my longs. I might close it a little bit earlier. Well, that's up to me. Now, I'm gonna go to my own chart or the original chart with all the trend lines and everything, right? There's two lines. I know there's two charts. Let me just bring up this one. Sorry, guys. So we were been talking about this rising wedge, and the rising wedge did actually play out, right? So we went up and then we went down. So these kind of sweeps, sweep to the upside, sweep to the downside, and then it tried. So this was the debate move, okay? This was the sweep move, and this was the main move. The main move failed, guys. As you guys could see right here, we got that rejected, tried again, and then it went into a consolidation right here. Right now, it's trying to hit here, but it's getting stopped out. And if this cannot push at least to here, then from here, we're probably going to dump down. Oh yeah, I've talked about the downside. Now to the upside, and the trend lines that we have right now. So on the 4 hour, guys, as we can see that around here is a little bit of bullishness happening. Oh, Bitcoin is kind of going up too. With two, this green line, this two red line, which is trying to get all the high leverages down or out and the weak hands out, and then right here it comes doji, and follow that up, it comes a good momentum candle, right? And I'm just talking about the candlesticks right now. Okay, and after that there's another candle that's holding, the body is holding this wick. So if this comes down and then it holds down this candle, all right, this 4-hour candle, then we're probably gonna go down. If it holds like this, then we could maybe see a surge to the upside. That's a possibility. Now, as it is trying to hold. Now I want to talk about my trend lines on the higher time frames. As you guys can see, I have a dotted line here, which we hit it before. So this is the premiums, okay, 27 or 28K. I think if we want to go up first, we definitely gonna overshoot 27K. We're gonna go higher than that. We're probably gonna come to our premium zone right here. And after we hit the premium zone, we're gonna crash down. Now, how the crash is gonna happen, I mean, the momentum of the crash, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Are we gonna go like to 16K today? That's not my place to say. It's like we have to take a look at the charts. But my sense is if we go up first, then we're gonna have a, decent move to the downside, if that makes sense. But if we go down first, then I think all the moves gonna end up around here for today. Okay, so with that being said, guys, now I gotta just talk about my trend lines and tell you guys the where I think it's gonna happen to the downside. I'm still sticking to this purple and red and black line. These two, I think it's a good drop from here. And if, well, obviously, if this doesn't hold, all right, if this doesn't hold or continue down, I think this is a great drop. And if not, if we want to go higher first, I think today the drop will be probably again around the same if we drop. So if we drop here, if we go higher, I think maximum is going to be here around 28K. And then we'll stop and then we come back down and retrace it all back down. And with that being said, guys, now let's talk about Dixie. Where's Dixie? All right, DXY. Yeah, we do talked about it a lot, and right now, so what we talked about was this descending broadening wedge. These descending broadening wedges, they are usually to the downside, but this one was not. All right. Now you could argue this was not even a descending broadening wedge, but before this consolidation around here happens, this was a descending broadening wedge. But right now, I could just remove this and just call it symmetrical triangle. Now, a symmetrical triangle usually indicates that we could go both sides. It doesn't matter which side you like. Could be any side. And let me just draw you guys the symmetrical pattern here. And there you go. And this is where we went to the upside. As here, we could see that we broke this green trend line, which was our support right here where we got rejected from it, and then we broke it with a good momentum candle, and now we're holding above. So, and holding above like this, really it's not a good sign. As you guys could see in the 4-hour, the RSI is going down, the price is still trying to hold. It's not the price, I mean the number on the Dixie, it's trying to hold, but it could just fail and come back down very fast. If that happened, Bitcoin would probably leg up, and so will the stock market. And but there's a possibility that this is nothing but just another consolidation for the upside, which is 106. If that is about to happen, then we're probably gonna see downside, way more downside than we think, probably around 25.2 or 24.6. Really, no pattern here, at least on the 4-hour. Maybe if you take a look at it, and here we could see, yeah, this is just one of those, consolidation that tells me that it's gonna go down and it's gonna go down heavily. If that's the case, if we're about to go down heavily, then Bitcoin's probably going to push it up, right? So one last scenario, and then I call it the day, is we touch that 29K. Now, I don't want to, share all the scenarios at once. I like to take a look at other things and then bring up the other scenario, which is here. 29.3, guys, is where I think we might just pump huge if Dixie goes lower today. And for SPX, as you could see, SPX was on a sell-off last week. I would say most of it was sell, 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 sell. Uh, you know, but well, right now we're here. So we are essentially where we is this the start of the Wednesday? No, this was the start of the Wednesday. Essentially, we're at the Wednesday low, if that makes sense. A little bit lower, but we're at it. And right now with this, this candle, let me just show you guys. With this 4-hour candle and this, huge fair value gap, and we do even have a gap here to be filled. I think SPX wants to come up today. That being said, we'll have to see how it starts. Let's just take a look at ES1 and then that's it. So yeah, ES1 ain't looking good right now. It's at 4,500, and while SPX is at 4,450, and it probably gonna come down and fill this gap and come all the way to 4,450 around here and hold for the market. But right now, as I said, guys, we could have a up day if Dixie decides to go up, but we could have a down day if Dixie decides to go up. But Dixie is showing strength of essentially going to the downside. Okay, I think this consolidation is more like to the downside than to the upside. One thing I didn't mention was stochastic RSI on Bitcoin higher time frames. So as you guys could see, even right now, as we are going a little bit up, as you guys could see, the RSI is pointing to the upside, but not as much as we think. And right now, if this is high, if this is the high, and right now RSI is higher than this high, and at this time the price was higher, but not the RSI, and right now RSI is higher, not the price, indicates that the price is lacking momentum and will come back down soon. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, stay green. Just to conclude, today we have to just take a look at the market. I've told you guys the moves, and we just have to take a look at the sentiment. And today will tell us what happened for the next of the week, probably for the rest of the week. And with that being said, have a nice day. Stay safe, stay green. I always appreciate you guys' support. If you, I appreciate if you just subscribe on my YouTube channel as well. Thank you so much. Bye bye.